what we're going to look at today is, first of all, just to understand what AI is, and in a very simple way, we just say it's computers and machines trying to simulate how we think as humans, how we comprehend things, how we solve problems, and how we create, or how creative we are. So it's a computer doing all that, simulating human intelligence, human creativity, human comprehension, human decision making, but at a large scale. And so that's why for most of us, when we are faced with a difficult task, you run to the AI tools. And you see, even the ChatGPT we talk about is just what we call generative AI. It generates that knowledge for you. The initial AI we used to use in the simple terms would be like the Google, a search engine that you would put in a request and it will look for information related to your request and present to you that. So that's how AI has evolved to now that it is generative AI, that it generates knowledge and it tries to simulate our human capacities. I know for many conversations that we may have had, comes from what I call, what is actually called technology pessimism. That we are looking much more into the dangers and not looking into the benefits. I will disclose that I am part of the group that is always obsessed with the dangers, and this task today had me looking at the positive aspects of AI, because a lot of people have argued that AI is bad. Some people want it regulated for different reasons. Some people are scared at its capacities. We have people worried about jobs that AI is going to take up, and a lot of things. But artificial intelligence has the capacity to reinforce some of these things around fairness, transparency, accountability, and responsiveness to the needs of the people when you look at good governance. AI can contribute to this by different tools, and mostly tools that can assist in providing that transparency and accountability. I know for most of us, we've interacted with government budget-making processes in our spaces. We have participated in law-making process. I think this year was the first time a majority of us participated in the finance bill, not on the streets, prior to getting to the streets. And that's a process of participating. And it requires transparency, and it also requires accountability. So think about, and today I think we saw Kenya is launching our 5th plan for open governance. Think about a tool that could help us audit public spending, track government expenditure, without all the hard work of combing through pages and pages and pages. We could have AI, and AI is built based on algorithms that could track expenses. It can also detect misuse of resources. During the finance bill process, which was one of the most heated lawmaking processes in Kenya that has ever been seen, some of our, we call them tech brothers and tech sisters, developed a GPT tool that analyzed the finance bill for you. So you could just query anything on the finance bill on that GPT, and it could provide you with information that you use in your own advocacy. And it's to help some of us who may not have read or may not have the luxury of reading or the technical know-how of combing through the finance bill. You know, the finance bill is like anywhere between 300, 400 pages because it has a lot of things. But many of us are very articulate on platforms on the street because of someone who had worked to condense and compress that knowledge for us. And this was done by an AI tool. A chatbot is an AI tool. It basically allows you to interact with that system. You may ask questions, it will provide you answers. Without which you would have had to either write a whole letter to a state agency or visit a state office to get the information. It is AI tools that actually flag when there is a cyber attack, when there is money that has been misappropriated somewhere, because it has been trained. It knows a model, it knows how to track. If you say, for example, that expenses that would go ordinarily to building a hospital next here at the village market, the tool already knows how much it would cost, what that would look like. So if someone tries and inflates something, the system is already able to flag without us going into. In ensuring service delivery, when you look at decisions that are made on where to build a road, where to build a school, whether to expand a school, most of these things, especially in social services like healthcare, education, and transportation. And when you think about it, it is also linked to AI working for inclusive decision making. A lot of the information is out there. When you look at the internet and what even, say, for example, Google tries to do, because most of us interact with Google tries to organize information for us. It's just like a big library. And you ask, and it tells you, go to shelf number this, you'll be able to access information on this, that, and the other. And that is a tool that someone created and is being used. If you look at how we can use AI for inclusive decision making can only take place where there's enough information, and that information can get to policymakers. So if we don't have a way to get information to policymakers, there is a problem, because they'll rely on very limited information to make certain decisions that eventually affect us. And so we have seen the benefits of these tools. My encouragement is see how best to utilize these tools to push for good governance. They're good tools and very effective tools, but also watch out for the biases, and not the biases rather, but the challenges and risks associated with use of AI